Look at my shine with the glow. This is my time with it though. This is my time to be way at the top. Me and my guys gon' pay out the block. I don't look like boss. Time's right, and I know the sea is walking in a limelight. Promise you gon' wanna watch like a sci-fi. My guys are high risers, high tide. Might drown if you come to my side. I pledge allegiance for lifetime. My squad connected like Wi-Fi. We grind and you see the highlights. This my life. It ain't a game now. Me and you, we ain't the same now. Lions coming out to play now. Opposition out the way now. Out of the way. You wasn't invited. Say you come to play. I dare you to try it. You don't wanna try me. Don't step up to my team. Yeah, out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Game now, me and you, we ain't the same now. Lions coming out to play now. Opposition out the way now. Out of the way, you wasn't invited. Say you come to play. I dare you to try it. You don't wanna try me. Don't step up to my team. Yeah, out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way. Yeah, yeah. Out of the way.
The A&B Outdoors Quicktime Series travels for Night 4 of the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals. They hit the virtual USA International Speedway, where a Florida Nationals champion will be crowned in Night 4, the final night of the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals. I'm Kelan Belsha, joined by my friend Shane DiMantova. Shane, it is race 4 of the season. The final race of the Florida Nationals. The champion will be decided tonight, but we got a race to handle first. What are your expectations for tonight?
I mean, we saw a lot of action in a practice session earlier today that we'll get to later, but for sure, Kelan, a lot of guys, big field, another big field here tonight, the biggest I think that we've personally seen since the season opener. So, I mean, lots of action that we've seen so far in the season opener in the first 3 sets of races. So, hopefully it's going to get even better here tonight at USA.
And I hope so as well. Cody Meadows finished second in the feature event from Belsha on Monday night, and he currently sits second in hot laps. We're about to grab a word with him. Cody, do you got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, Cody, you enter tonight from Lakeland. You're on the bubble. You're the last guy with a possible chance to take a Florida Nationals championship. Is that Florida Nationals championship weighing on your mind, or are you just worried about this feature race tonight?
Probably mainly just the making it to the feature. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm there, but I'm not there. So really, that's pushed to the back of my mind. I could really care less. But making it to the feature is my priority today.
Yes, Cody. Well, we wish you good luck. Thank you for joining us before the action tonight.
All right. Good luck, guys.
That was Cody Meadows, driver the number 1 for AOD Racing, as we will pull up our practice results from this evening. Shane, I believe we will get to that. We've had an afternoon practice session earlier in the day. Cody Meadows was the fastest in his AOD Racing machine. Aiden Kirker, Night 2 winner, is second. Jesse Atkinson looking to make his first start of the season in third. As you look at the rest of the lineup, who do you got your eyes on tonight, Shane?
Yeah, definitely Cody Meadows for sure. He was our winner last year here at USA. Obviously, you can't count on Aiden Kirker. But obviously, somebody you don't see here on this practice list, Cameron McCone, looking on him to get it done here tonight. I mean, he's been putting a lot of practice in, a lot of hard work. So, obviously, I'd like to see Cam get it done. He's a big fan favorite for everybody, and he's right there, second in points here tonight. And he could possibly get it done and get the Florida Nationals win.
Well, we are ready to get racing, but first we will have to have our national anthem, our Star Spangled Banner for tonight. So Please rise and remove your caps as we get ready to salute our nation's colors. Qualifying starting for night 4 of the Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel Florida Nationals from USA International Speedway. As we take a quick gander, I don't think we have a graphic for it, but we will go over the point situation for the Florida Nationals real quick. There are, I believe, 7 drivers with a possible chance at it tonight. James Barrett Jr. atop the points. He has finished top 5 in every race so far this season. 292 points for him. Cameron McComb sits 7 points back. Andrew May, 11 points back. Aiden Kirker, 17 points back. Jaden Krause, 17 points back. Jackson Gray, 18 points back. And Cody Meadows, 18 points back. They are the drivers with a shot to win the Florida Nationals tonight. As right now, atop the board in qualifying and holding down the Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award right now is Rylan Pearson. He was fast, hot lapping in practice and also did good in our practice session earlier today. As we look for our points leader, James Barrett Jr. has yet to set a time to this point. Shane, looking at our current qualifying order right now, if you had to pick one driver to put your eyes on right now, who do you look at?
I mean, obviously you can't count out our pole sitter whatsoever, but especially Cody Meadows and Cameron McCone, those guys too. Obviously, we talked to Cody before, and like I mentioned, he won here last season, but he's starting a little deeper. I think he's 6th currently right now on the board, so he's got a little bit of work to do in these heat races to get it done and put that one machine back up front for the future event. But I mean, a lot of good guys in here. Another big crowded field that I mentioned earlier. And shout out to Cole Williams making his first start of the season as he currently sits 3rd on the board with about 35 seconds left.
26 drivers made the field tonight, meaning 10 will leave us here tonight. And points leader for the Florida Nationals, James Barrett Jr., having issues. He has fallen through the session, so he will try to get connected again and hopefully get going, but not good news at all for him as he will not be able to set a qualifying lap. As we inch closer to the first heat of the night, Rylan Pearson by just under a 10th. Looks like he's going to take the Dirtman Photography Quicktime Pole Sitter Award and will lead the field to the green in the opening heat of the evening as we inch closer and closer to our first heat of the night. The grid about to be set. As here we go, Shane getting ready to go from USA.
Yep, like we mentioned, Rylan Pearson getting the Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award and that number 99 machine for HRI Helms Racing in Dallas, Texas. And starting to his outside, rookie, the big unit himself, Andrew May.
Rolling off in the 3rd position, making his first start of the season in the 060, it'll be Anthony Woodhull. To his outside in the number 47, it'll be Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, Aaron Schroeder.
And lining up for the 5th position, after serving a 1-race suspension, he is back, Jacob Boxell. And behind him, in the number 3 machine, we have Nathan Abrams making another start here tonight at USA.
And rounding out the field in this heat, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, Kyle Brokaw, as we inch close to the beginning of our heat race festivities tonight. James Barrett Jr. has connected to the session, so he will continue his endeavors tonight, but it will be starting from the back of his heat race as we get ready to go. Racing from USA International Speedway, Rylan Pearson going to lead him to the green, Andrew May to his outside. We'll do one more pace lap, and Shane, I'm going to put you on a spot here like I did almost every other race this season. In this heat race, who is there to watch?
I mean, it always seems like one of us got to put each other on the spot, but yeah, Kelan, Rylan Pearson, he's my guy to get it done here tonight. We saw him quick, obviously, in hot laps like you mentioned, and as well in that practice session. So Rylan Pearson's going to be the guy to get it done here, but you can't count out Andrew May for sure. And Jacob Boxell, you know he's going to charge to the front and get it done. So, I mean, a lot of good guys here in this heat, and a lot of guys going home, unfortunately, here tonight.
And we'll see what the big unit can do to his outside, but Rylan Pearson, who led a lot of laps at Belsha and did have some struggles in some nights, he'll be leading him to the green as we are underway in heat number 1, the green flag in the air. Andrew May to his outside. They're going to get a shot going into the corner side by side. Pearson ripping the bottom under May. He's going to slide in front of him and take the position. Anthony Woodhull in third. Top 3 will be racing in the feature. Aaron Trotter trying to bench from Jacob Boxell. Boxell working to his inside. Going to make contact, and around goes Boxell on lap number 1. He slams the wall, and that will likely end his shot at advancing through the heat race as Rylan Pearson continues leading. That really put a damper on Aaron Trotter as now the top 3 start to pull away.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Trotter under pressure from behind by Nathan Abrams, and don't count on Kyle Brokaw behind them. But back up front, Rylan Pearson starting to step away slowly from the big unit as we see Anthony Woodhull just a little bit behind those two there in the 3rd position, but as we reach the halfway mark, Rylan Pearson has been dominant so far.
Pearson in control, slowly inching away from Andrew May, looking to hold that position steady so far. Pearson had a great couple nights in the Florida Nationals. Night number 1, he went up there, dominated the early portions of the feature race before getting involved in a incident with the 44 of Jacob Boxell, I believe, and that slowed him up. And then Pearson had to drop to the rear, DNF that race. I actually don't know if he's finished a race this year. He has been so unlucky in these feature races. He's made it, but he's just unfortunately been unlucky as he takes 3 to go in this heat. So far, luck is on his side as Aaron Trotter in 4th, Nathan Abrams riding in the 5th position, trying to make up some ground on Anthony Woodhull for the transfer spot.
Yeah, currently no changes in the field as we looked like from when we looked back in the field early on in the race, but Rylan Pearson dominant so far as he looks to put that thing on the front row for the feature race. As we go on board here see the gap between him and Andrew May as he's going to cross the line here and take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Rylan Pearson in heat number 1.
1 to go in heat number 1 for the HRI Helms Racing number 99 machine. The Dallas Texan looking to wheel it through 3 and 4 for the final time, all wide open here at USA. Gonna drive it easy off the 4th corner. He will be rolling off from the 1st position in the feature. Andrew May competing for a Florida Nationals championship in 2nd, and Anthony Woodhull makes up the final transfer spot. Trotter, Abrams, Brokaw, and Boxell will be heading to the last chance qualifier in tonight's festivities, as that will do it for heat number 1. Rylan Pearson picking up another heat win.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, Kelan, just no luck so far finishing out the season, so hopefully he can get it done here and survive through the feature race as we get set for heat number 2 here. And on our front row, we have the 28 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year, Colton Coe from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and lining up to his outside, number 87, another one of our Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders from Iowa, Jackson Gray.
Rolling off in the 3rd position, making his 2nd start of the year. Did not have the luck in the 1st feature he wanted. Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, the number 8 machine of Sky McGurk. And to his outside in the number 151 machine in a new Circle B diecast car, I believe. The 151 for Fry Designs Racing out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Blue Jay, Jay Mulder.
Starting off in the 5th position, another one of our additional drivers added to the series. And I believe everybody in this heat is a rookie except for Trey Shuttlesworth, who we'll get to here in a second. But Caden Snyder, another addition to the AMB Outdoors Sprint Car Series, as we'll see him roll off in the 5th position here. And our night number 3 winner, Trey Shuttlesworth, will start right next to him in the 6th position. He's got a little bit of work to do in his heat here to get it done and lock himself in the feature event.
James Barrett Jr., the number 41 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, did not get a qualifying lap in, so he will roll off from the back. He's got some work to do to make up the top 3 in this heat as he leads points going into the Florida Nationals Championship night here, night number 4 from USA International Speedway. We will see what Barrett can do from that 7th position, but it'll be Colton Coe and Jackson Gray leading them to the green. Jackson Gray in contention for that prize at the end of the night as well. Coe not, but he will be leading them to the green here in the second heat of the evening, as we'll see what they can do. Colton Coe won a heat race earlier this season from Volusia, trying to win, I believe, what would be his 2nd of the year as he stomps on the gas, and away we go in heat number 2 of the evening. Coe ripping the bottom around Jackson Gray. Gray trying to get the top to work as Jay Mulder falls back a little bit, loses some momentum. Colton Coe to the lead. Shuttlesworth contact. He's around James Barrett Jr. caught up in it. And that is bad news for James Barrett Jr. as he will have to go to the LCQ to try to win him a championship tonight, as Jackson Gray led that lap but will drop back to Colton Coe.
Yeah, lots of action so far, as a lot of people in contention here in this race that I wanted to mention. We saw Trey Shuttlesworth and James Barrett Jr. both have trouble there, but Colton Coe leads him out front. Jackson Gray not too far behind him there, as you see them right on the edge of the cushion, trying to make something about that, as Sky McGurk, after having a rough go at it on night number 3, sitting in the 3rd position, our last transfer spot, as Jay Mulder just a little bit farther back, as he is currently our first guy out. I believe, actually no, that is Caden Snyder, excuse me, as he just took that spot. But yeah, two pretty spread out packs here, Kelan.
Yeah, and that all started on lap number 1 when we had night 3 winner Trey Shuttlesworth get involved in it. James Barrett Jr. has been consistent, top 5s in every race so far this season, currently leading the points and going for the Florida Nationals Championship tonight. In trouble in heat number 1. He'll have to work his way through the consolation race tonight, as we have 4 heats, so that means 4 will make it out of the consolation, 12 from the heats, and it'll be top 3 in every heat. So that's unfortunate for James Barrett. He's going to have some work to do, but I know Mr. Consistency when I see him, and he has been all consistency this season, so we'll see what he can do as he will work his way through the consolation unless something crazy happens here. But Colton Coe continuing to step out front. 2 laps to go in the heat as he leads Jackson Gray.
Yeah, all Colton Coe so far, as Gray just nothing he could do to get back to Coe here. So they're going to take the white flag coming in at turn number 4. But like I mentioned, these 2 packs, like you talked about, Kelan, just right after that incident, they separated and kind of just an easy walk into the feature event for Sky McGurk, Jackson Gray, and Colton Coe here. As Coe's going to come out at turn number 4 and claim the win in heat number 2. He locks himself in to the feature event along with Jackson Gray and Sky McGurk.
Those 3 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders will put themselves in the feature action tonight. And this is going to be a track where track position is so important, because for most of the track here, it's a lot of straightaway, and really the turns are so wide, you can hold it wide open in the corner. So track position is going to be so important tonight, as we have a stacked heat number 3, as we'll run through the starting lineup real quick. Rolled off on pole, making his first start of the season.
Heck yeah.
From Riverside, California, representing EO Media Racing tonight, Quicktime Series admin Cole Williams. He'll be making his first start of the season, looking to see what he can do in that machine. And to his outside, our Season 1 champion from AOD Racing, out of Martinsville, Virginia, the Mud Digger, Cody Meadows.
And lining up in that third position behind Cole Williams will be the number 17, our night number 2 winner, representing Power Slide Motorsports in that 17K, Aiden Kirker. And to his outside, Caleb Nickel in the number 29 K1 machine there. As Kelan, like you said, stack split here, or heat, excuse me.
Indeed, it is stacked as we got a father-son duo going on here in
awesome.
this heat tonight. Rolling off in 5th out of Boston, New York, in the number 93. It'll be Rick Kirker, father of Aiden Kirker, seeing what he can do tonight. And in the 072, another one of our entries coming in tonight, it'll be Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender Randy Fritsch. And I believe this may be the biggest veteran to rookie ratio in a heat race we've had all season. 5 veterans, 1 rookie. And when you talk about how many Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders we have this season, it's insane to have this ratio.
Yeah, there is a lot of rookies for sure here tonight, or not even here tonight, all season long, Kelan. But when I saw this pop up on my screen, I was like, wow, a lot of big names like we mentioned here in this heat. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get this thing started. And unfortunately, some of these guys do got to race their way in. So a lot of work to be done here. Nobody's going to go easy on each other in heat number 3.
Yeah, these top 3 drivers, Williams, Meadows, and Aiden Kirker, these 3 were some of the guys we talked about a lot last season. This would be like a top 3 finish in order in a race last season, and now seeing it translate into season 2 is pretty awesome. Cole Williams stomps on the gas, but Meadows gets on it a little bit easier, and he's going to slide in front of Williams and take the spot going into turn number 1. Aiden Kirker slides up in front of Nickel a little bit. Slow up Nickel as working to his outside. Kirker to the outside of Williams, battling for the 2nd position as they come to complete lap number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Meadows, like we mentioned earlier, almost contact between Kirker and Williams there. But like I was saying, Cody Meadows was the guy at the top of our board of our afternoon practice, and Aiden Kirker was right behind him in 2nd place, not too far behind at all, as he dropped back to the 4th position after almost making contact with Williams. But Williams has a lot of pressure from Nickel.
Yeah, Cole Williams, we talked to him a little bit before this race. He said he has not been in this sprint car in so long. He might not be as fast as he once was, but he was pretty quick in qualifying, and right now Meadows skipping away from him. Williams did get a little slick right in front of Kirker, and it cost Kirker the 3rd position. Caleb Nickel to the 3rd position, but Kirker going to slide it under him. Can't quite work the slide job into fruition there, as he's going to have to hold the 4th position. Nickel holding down the final transfer spot.
Yeah, as all this madness has been happening, Cody Meadows begins to step away from Cole Williams and Caleb Nickel. But surprisingly, Aiden Kirker, 2nd fastest in practice this afternoon. Just struggling right now as he looks to make a move on Caleb Nickel and lock himself into the feature event. Randy Fritsch there behind him, and Rick Kirker there rounding out this heat.
And this is what I mentioned earlier. Track position at this track is so important compared to some other sprint car venues on the schedule this year. Once you lose a spot, it's very hard to get it back because you have to get around them on the top. The track is so flat; it's hard to get by on the slick on the bottom. It's such a difference compared to what we saw at Volusia Speedway Park in the first 3 nights of the season. It's a brand new challenge for these guys as Kirker is hounding down Caleb Nickel for that transfer spot. Going to sling it to the bottom. Slide job for the spots. Going to get it, but Nickel going to cross over.
Oh boy, no.
And Kirker in the wall. Kirker around on the crossover move by Nickel. Meadows continuing to skip away as Caleb Nickel got into Kirker at the end of the heat race here. Cody Meadows going to skip away and win heat number 3. Williams 2nd, Nickel 3rd.
Man, that's really unfortunate there for Aiden Kirker. I thought Nickel had the crossover on him as you saw them make contact coming out of the corner. And Kelan, he's got some work to do here to make him lock himself into the main event.
And if the admins go through with it, Caleb Nickel will get an EOL at the beginning of the feature for that incident right there as we get ready for our final heat race of the evening, going for a championship in the Florida Nationals, the number 13 for JDR Esports out of Louisville, Kentucky. It'll be Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender Jaden Kraus. to his outside. Night 1 winner won the first race of the season, and the number 69 out of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, the number 69 of Cameron Smith.
And starting in the 3rd position, another addition to the A&B Outdoor Sprint Car Series here tonight at USA. Another one of our rookie contenders, number 010, Liam Garrison, and to his outside. Guy that we've seen a lot so far this season. I believe Ryan Martin has been in every race so far, as he will roll off in the 4th position.
Rolling off in the 5th position in the number 4 for JDR Esports out of Asheville, North Carolina. It'll be Cameron McCone. He is 7 points back of the current points leader of the Nationals as he looks to try and steal that one away. And then rounding out the field, Mason Coffey, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, the number 52. And I'm going to tell you who I have my eyes on making his way through the field a little bit in this heat, Shane. The number 4 of Cameron McCone, he has put so many laps in over the last few days at this racetrack. Showed up at the practice earlier. He's been putting in a lot of work trying to win this Florida Nationals championship, and we'll see what he can do from that 5th position. Needs to get a top 3 to make the make the feature.
Yeah, I mean, fan favorite Cameron McCone. Everybody just loves him. So he's got some work to do though to get it done here tonight. Got to pick up 2 spots to lock himself into the main event as we focus in back up front as the pace truck enters turn number 3. They begin to take the green flag here soon. Jaden Kraus will lead them with Cameron Smith, our night number 1 winner, to his outside as we get ready to go green.
Jaden Kraus going to be leading them to the green. Cameron Smith to his outside. The green flag in the air, and we are underway for the heat race action, the final one of the night. Kraus going to step out ahead of him, gets a little slick, and it's going to open up the door for Cameron Smith. Smith has to hop out of the gas. Can't quite get to his inside as Liam Garrison holding down the final transfer spot right now. Ryan Martin looking to his inside as Cameron Smith is going to get to the lead in this heat.
Yeah, as all that happened, there was trouble for Cameron McCone off the start. He got into the grass somehow, but he kept it going, but is way off the pace. So really unfortunate there for McCone. But Cameron Smith is taking the lead from Jaden Kraus.
Cameron Smith now to the lead. Kraus slipped up a little bit, opening the door for Liam Garrison. Garrison trying to make the spot up. Coffey Martin running 4th and 5th as Smith may have tagged the wall a little bit. It's going to allow Kraus to close in the center of the corner. Smith getting the drive off as he is working the top higher than most are right now.
Yeah, Cameron Smith going to work here as we go on his onboard camera. See the gap between him and Jaden Kraus. They're right up against the fence, right in on that cushion. As I believe we had trouble, we saw Coffey get to the wall there in the background, but he keeps it going as he's now side by side with
Martin working to the inside of Coffey. He's going to take the 4th position. Cameron Smith still in control. And you know what I love to see about these sprint cars, Shane? In real life, this is what they do. They get up right next to the cushion, they rip it, and I love to see it happen here in the A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series. It really makes me happy seeing these guys work up top, getting every inch of the racetrack they can, picking up speed.
I mean, iRacing does it best here with the sprint cars. Just beautiful sight. I mean, I'm not too good at myself. I don't know about you, Kelan, but that's why we leave it to the professionals here to race it out as we see Cameron Smith, one of the best so far this season, getting it done so far as he reaches 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm not too great in a 410 sprint car myself. Maybe in a 305 where you're wide open everywhere. Yeah. That may be where I shine, but in these 410s, I'm not too good at them. As Jaden Kraus holding back Liam Garrison right now. Garrison working to the inside, trying to get a little greedy for the 2nd position. He's got a bit of a gap to hold down that transfer spot right now, so he feels like he's fine as he continues to work the inside of Kraus. But Cameron Smith now working his way off turn 2, down into 3 and 4. And to finish off our heat racing action for the evening, Cameron Smith's going to take home heat number 4. Jaden Kraus 2nd. Liam Garrison getting the final transfer spot in 3rd. And we now will get to our consolation action tonight. Coffey, McCone, Martin to the consolation.
Yeah, really unfortunate for McCone. He kind of just hurt his chances off the start. As we will get set for our consolation event here, as I'm not 100% sure how many will make it in, as you'll have to let me know, Kelan, but a lot of big name drivers in here.
Top 4 will make it into the consolation action tonight. So, no, I'm sorry, the feature action. Top 4 from the consolation as we get a look at our starting lineup here in this heat. Number 47, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender Aaron Trotter on pole, and to his outside, the 07 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender Caden Snyder.
And starting off in the 3rd position, like we mentioned, a new guy to the series, the 072 of Randy Smith, or Fritch, excuse me, and rounding out the 4th spot will be another rookie, Mason Coffey.
Rolling off in the 5th position, a number 3 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender of Nathan Abrams, and to his outside for Fry Designs Racing, the Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, it's WJ Jay Mulder.
And rolling off in our 4th row, we got a couple sets of dads here. The 93 of Rick Kirker will start in 7th, and to his outside, we have Cameron Cohn from Asheville, North Carolina, and JDR Esports.
Kyle Brokaw, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, and number 56 will roll off in 9th. Starting in 10th, night 3 winner for Whiplash Racing out of Williamstown, Pennsylvania, the hero, Trey Shuttlesworth.
And somebody who's got to get a lot of work done here, as Aiden Kirker, number 17 machine there, our night number 2 winner. A couple night winners here, starting in the back, Kelan, but Aiden Kirker will start off in 11th, and Ryan Martin will start in 12th to his outside.
The number 44 machine of Jacob Boxel from Boxel Merkler Racing out of Indiana, coming back off his suspension, looking to make something happen. And then starting off last in his consolation, the number 41 Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contender James Barrett Jr. He needs to make up 10 spots and make the feature event to try and win that championship and that payout tonight. He's been good all season, top 5s in every race this season, but he's never been in this position. Shane, we get ready for consolation action.
Yep, 12 laps. 4 guys are going to lock themselves in. Lots of big name people in here, as Aaron Trotter will lead them to the green flag.
Green flag in the air in the consolation. Up there in front, it's Aaron Trotter ripping the top. Caleb Snyder right behind him. As Fritch gets sideways, he's in the fence on the inside. Coffee to the 3rd position now as they battle up there for 4th. Hardcore battling up there for that final transfer spot as Mulder tries to hold it down, but Aiden Kirker making that bottom work.
Yeah, here comes Aiden Kirker doing his I guess we can call it his signature run in the bottom here, as he's totally making it work. But Cameron McCone, he was starting to move himself up into the field here as he's under pressure from Trey Shuttlesworth. The Shuttlesworth gets by, but those guys on the move so far. Aiden Kirker now up to the 2nd position, or excuse me, battling for the 2nd position, as he's actually trying to go for that lead now.
From 11th to 1st in the first 3 laps of the race, he is on fire, ripping that bottom. Him and Trey Shuttlesworth do it so well as Aiden Kirker takes the top position. Jay Mulder trying to work into the final transfer spot. Cameron McComb behind them.
Oh, trouble!
Contact, trouble, wrecking. That is Caden Snyder and Aaron Trotter, as that will move the top 4 to Kirker, Coffee, Mulder, Shuttlesworth, as now Cameron McCone has to play offense to try to get into this final transfer position.
Yeah, Cameron McCone just got to make something happen here, try something different, as he's just 1 spot out. I believe there won't be any contact with anybody in front of him unless something weird or silly happens. But Cameron McCone, as we go on board with him here, you see the first 4 right in front of him. He's got to get something done and lock himself in here if he wants a shot at that point, or the night Florida Nationals Championship, excuse me.
Nathan Abrams now under pressure from Jacob Boxel behind them. Boxel fell off a lot in that corner, as now McCone trying to track down Mulder, but Mulder holding that 4th position well, as Aiden Kirker is completely checked out. Coffee in the wall, gonna swell up a little bit, but right now he's looking all right.
Yeah, Cameron Cone just got to get something done here as time starts to thin out slowly. 5 laps to go. I mean, I wouldn't count him out though, Kelan. He's certainly still got a shot, as we see Mulder and Coffee go back and forth here for the 3rd position.
I would not count them out either. If these two get side by side, which they will, it's going to slow both of them up, and it's going to allow McCone to close the gap a little bit. Coffee also may have tapped the wall a little bit. This is going to allow McCone to close the gap a little bit.
Here he comes.
As motor slides, gets sideways. Cameron McCone, the door open for him. He's going to get the top, trying to work his way around Jay Mulder. Can't quite get there off that corner, but Mulder again getting slick off the corner. This transfer battle is getting intense.
Yeah, like I was just about to mention that, Kelan. This is for the transfer spot right here. Jay Mulder and Cameron McCone, two of our most successful drivers so far this season, going head to head. Has 3 laps to go, Kelan. It's gonna get good. 2 laps to go. This is gonna get good.
McCone working that top end, trying to get the run off the corner and get around Mulder. Mulder again getting sideways, but then there goes McCone. He snaps it dead sideways off the corner. Gonna allow Mulder to put a little bit of distance in between himself and McCone. 1 lap to go as leader Aiden Kirker starts to check out. McCone gets sideways, and that may do it right there, as he just lost a lot of time right there.
Oh,
and
he's in the
wall.
fence. Yeah. Night over, unfortunately, for Cameron McCone, but back up front, the guy getting it done, absolutely dominant, Aiden Kirker, comes from 11th and will take the win here in the last chance qualifier. Go ahead.
Mason Coffey was 3rd, and he got up in the wall, flipped upside down, and he got pushed by Jay Mulder to the checkered flag, or else Nathan Abrams may have been in this thing.
Aiden Kirker, Trey Shuttlesworth, Jay Mulder, and Mason Coffey will lock themselves in here. Sorry to cut you off, Kelan.
And the drivers exiting tonight, Nathan Abrams, Jacob Boxell, 2nd in points. Cameron McCone, unfortunately,
really
out.
Unfortunate.
Ryan Martin, Caden Snyder, Rick Kirker, Kyle Brokaw, Aaron Trotter, Randy Fitch, and the points leader coming into tonight, James Barrett, also out of the race as we get ready for feature action, as we get ready to run through our starting lineup. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, starting him off, we saw him get it done in heat number 1. Absolutely dominant performance by the number 99, our EXO Consulting Rookie of the Year contender, Rylan Pearson from Dallas, Texas. And to his outside, rookie front row here, Colton Coe in the number 28 machine there from Fort Wayne, Indiana. We'll send him off on the outside.
Cody Meadows, defending champion for AOD Racing out of Martinsville, Virginia, rolling off in 3rd, and to his outside, night number 1 winner in the number 69 out of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, Rookie of the Year contender, Cameron Smith.
And lining up in the 5th position, the big unit himself, Andrew May, will send it off while we take the green flag here in the 5th position, and Jackson Gray will line up to his outside as you see the rest of the starting positions roll across the top there as the drivers will line up 4x4. And take it away, Kelan.
Well, they get ready to stack it up 4x4 here. This is a salute to you, the fans, for coming out here tonight and watching us race. We are ready to go racing for you. This 4-wide salute is for you guys as they will stack it up 4x4, ready for a good feature race tonight. As I will give a quick recap of points real quick before we go into tonight. James Barrett Jr. out of the race, Cameron McCone out of the race. This will pretty much hand the championship to a battle between Andrew May, Aiden Kirker, Jaden Krause, Jackson Gray, and Cody Meadows as the top 2 out of action tonight as they stack up 4x4 for the fans.
Heck yeah, Kelan. I love to see it. I know the fans do at home as they get set and stomp on the gas. You ready? And take the green flag as they'll reline themselves back up at their appropriate starting positions. Kelan, you put me on the spot earlier. Now it's your turn. Who's getting it done here in the final night of the Florida Nationals presented by Dirtman Photography?
Well, I feel like that 17 of Aiden Kirker's got something special sitting back there. You saw him rip the bottom so well in the consolation race. I feel like if he can get that speed working today, he may come from the back to the front. But right now, if we're looking at guys up front, this is such a track position racetrack. I think Rylan Pearson is going to be the man to beat.
Yeah, you definitely can't count out Cody Meadows, as you also talked about Andrew May. He's one of our top contenders. As we take the green flag here, final night of the Florida Nationals is underway.
Green flag in the air, a champion in the Florida Nationals to be decided tonight. As they go riding into turn number 1, Jackson Gray and Smith. They're going to wreck back there. Caution out. Cameron Smith and Jackson Gray.
Big flip. Violent.
Jackson Gray goes for a terrible flip. Him and Cameron Smith will be taken out of action tonight. Jackson Gray will now be taken out of championship contention for the night.
Just like that, Kelan.
Yes.
Night's over for him. So we'll head to a replay, brand new replay system here as we'll check out what just happened. I was hoping we didn't have to use that tonight, but fortunately we will.
I mean, it looks good. That's
Hey.
that's the good part about it.
Yeah.
Transition looks good. So we'll now get a look at what happened here. As right here it looks pretty self-explanatory. Jackson Gray slides up, pins them both on the wall. They go up and over. Looks like a couple guys may have tagged themselves involved there. As they will get ready. A double file restart in our future. Rylan Pearson in control as that taking Jackson Gray out of the championship contention. It'll now lead a bit up to Andrew May, Aiden Kirker, Cody Meadows. They'll be racing for that award tonight along with Jaden Kraus as Andrew May in the control right now. Cody Meadows needs some extra help as he's a few spots back. Rylan Pearson, though,
yeah,
in control. Yeah, win would help him, and I think he's got a good shot at it tonight.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier on before the race started, he got it done here 1 season ago at USA International. So we currently see our season 1 champ there in the first position as somebody's just ducked off into pit road, Kelan. Not sure who that was.
We'll try to get a look at it's Colton Coe, and I don't know if he was given an EOL penalty or what, but
looks like some sort of issue for him there.
I don't know. I hear some stuff going on in the race chat, but can't quite put my finger on it, so I'm not going to attempt to. As it'll be Meadows to the outside of Pearson, coming to the green, the big unit in third, and that'll be Cole Williams to his outside. Kraus 5th, Kirker 6th.
Man, I don't know what Cole Williams is talking about. It looks like he's already into the swing of things. He put that 42 machine already in contention there, but we're just getting started as a lot of action to be played out here, Kelan.
Yes, sir. We'll try to get some more green flag racing in as Rylan Pearson takes the jump. He gets up to the lead. Cody Meadows in second. Andrew May, the big unit, in third. Cole Williams now pressuring that 31. Aiden Kirker gets right in behind Kraus for 5th and 6th. He now works the bottom to the inside of Kraus, trying to pick up that position side by side for 5th.
Oh, we got trouble behind. I believe I saw one crashing. Not sure who it was. It looked like Caleb Nickel and Mason Coffey. I actually kept it going. But yeah, here comes Aiden Kirker. We saw him working that bottom as he's now side by side with Jaden Kraus there for the 5th position.
And it is good news they kept it going, so we will not have to deal with another yellow so far as Pearson, Meadows, May, 1, 2, 3, all nose to tail right now. Cole Williams right behind him in 4th as Kraus and Kirker continue to try to battle it out for the 5th position. Top 4 right all next to each other.
Yeah, me and Cody Meadows talked, I think later, actually early on this week when we were talking, I talked to him about USA and what he thought of the track. He said he got it done at the bottom last year, which is actually kind of strange. I see him running currently at the top right now behind Rylan Pearson. I don't know if he's waiting until later on in the race when the top isn't as successful, but we'll watch and make sure, see what he does there. Has Pearson just a little bit down the track there, but here comes Meadows putting pressure on him.
And we saw it a lot last season. He really did rip the bottom as he now works it to the inside of Pearson. Made up a good time portion there. So he now slides it into the inside, gets a little slick as he tries to throw the slide job. We'll let Pearson by and try to set up that pass later as these top 2 putting on a show to this point, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys at home, but I'm certainly loving this racing here for the lead, as I just can't get enough of it. As Pearson and Meadows go side by side. Meadows gonna throw a slider in there. Pearson in the wall. Don't believe it. Oh boy.
Brecken and Aiden Kirker also involved.
Pearson goes flipping, Kirker involved. Doesn't look like his damage is too bad, but I'm not sure what his plans are. It looks like he does pull up the pit road, unfortunately. Kind of just looks like a slide job gone wrong. Another one that we've seen so far this season by Cody Meadows as we'll head to the replay system.
And that's just a product of dirt racing right there. You're going to get some bad slide jobs sometimes as we go to our AMB Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series replay system. Looks like just a we'll try to get a look right here. Cody Meadows profusely apologizing over the radio to Rylan Pearson, as we'll get a look right here. He slides it in on the bottom, got a little slick, looked like he may have cleared himself too quick. Right rear, Pearson, nowhere to go.
Yeah, just really unfortunate for him there, as we actually had back a couple seconds there. A little bit of technical difficulties. We apologize, but Pearson there, as he looked like he kind of just came off the wall, unfortunately, collecting Aiden Kirker. Didn't think his damage was too bad, as you could see there, but he thought differently and pulled it to pit road, and his night, I believe, is over. Yes, it is.
And
hard racing up
besides
front.
besides that night 2 victory for Kirker, he really hasn't had any luck. Crashed out in a feature in night 1, crashed out in night 3, and now here in night 4, again, going to be caught up in it. But the winningest driver in A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series history, Cody Meadows, in control of the race right now as he just took the lead. Andrew May, all but... Yeah, the big unit right now, as we look at points, as we'll try to see where Jaden Krause is in comparison to him. He's 6 spots back. So Jaden Krause right now needs to beat Andrew May by 6 positions. As I'm trying to get a look right here. May did not win his heat race. He finished 2nd in his heat race, so he does not get the bonus points. So yes, Jaden Krause needs to beat him by at least 7 positions to safely get it. But right now it's looking like Andrew May is having a trophy waiting for him if he can hang on, as he'll be out to the outside of Cody Meadows. Rylan Pearson to the tail end of the field with that damaged sprint car.
He keeps it going.
He does keep it going, and that is good news. You'll love to see the fight of a driver, as Cody Meadows going to lead him to the green. Won it here last year, looking to win it here again. It slides up to the top as the green flag's in the air. He's going to take the position. Andrew May in 2nd, trying to close the gap up a little bit. Cole Williams, he said he was nervous coming into tonight, but he's looking like he's done this all off season long, as he is trying to work to the inside of May for the 2nd position.
Yeah, Cody Meadows just completely dominant so far. We saw him battle there, but he's been right up there in contention all race long. Is no new sight here, as we see the season 1 champ up front. And same with Cole Williams now working in a 2nd position. It's like we're racing in last season, Kelan. We see Williams and Meadows up front.
Yeah, we see Williams and Meadows up there, but then you look outside of that, and it is all rookies. Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year contenders. Andrew May in 2nd, Krause 3rd, Mulder 5th, McGurk in 6th, and Coffey in 7th, as Cody Meadows continues to lead.
Yeah, I wanted to mention something. I want to see if Rylan Pearson could possibly get back to the front. I know you talked about how this is a mostly a track position, heavy track, as you see 2 drivers slow up there as Pearson's going to pass both of them. But it's going to be interesting to see if the number 99 from HRI Helms Racing can get it done and put that machine back up front and maybe sling some more dirt with Cody Meadows.
Pearson getting up to the 6th position. Incredible drive for him so far. You think with the damaged cars,
oh boy.
Williams, Mulder, it's a big one.
Parking lot.
Williams up and over. It's a parking lot on the backstretch. Caleb Nickel caught up in it as the 28 barely slides by. But it looked like Williams and Krause got up into it. They crash. Pearson caught up in it. Big crash here, as we will try to get a look at the replay here.
Yeah, a lot of drivers involved there. We were focusing in on Rylan Pearson, and something occurred up front, and is definitely be interesting to see for sure what occurred. So we'll head to the replay here, as something happened with Cole Williams entering the corner. Just big stack up. As when the camera panned over there, I was like, wow, definitely did not see that coming. But you see Williams trying to make a move and just got into the fence, and it is on from there. Nowhere for these guys to go.
Mulder caught up in it. He had a good night going, running top 5. Williams looked like he just got caught up in the fence, slid down into Krause, and this will all but hand the Florida Nationals Championship to Andrew May unofficially in 2nd, as his last contender just got caught up in this one. Well, Cody Meadows is technically still in contention, but he would need May to lose a bunch of spots here. As Meadows, the winningest driver in the series history, in control, looking for another one here at USA. Andrew May from 5th to 2nd right now, as I believe that is Sky McGurk in the 3rd position. He's putting on a good show tonight. In fourth, that is Mason Coffey making his first career start. Trey Shuttlesworth in sixth as the rest of the lineup lines up. Trying to continue the action tonight as we are a little over halfway into tonight. I have not expected any of this racing tonight, Shane.
There's certainly been a lot of good racing, but also some crazy wrecks and flips as we've seen so far. I just want to mention, Ryland Pearson is still going. We saw him involved in this last wreck. Last two wrecks he's been involved in with heavy damage, but he keeps that number 99 machine going. Just no quit from them. Just something you'd love to see in motorsports for sure.
And I mean, even motorsports, you talk about sim racing. Sim racing, from a personal experience, it's really hard to want to stay out there on track when you've been wrecked and you know your contention for a win's over, especially when you were dominating a race. So I applaud Pearson for that as Meadows stomps on the grass. Green flag back in the air as McGurk working to the inside of May. Can't quite get the spot as Coffey works to his inside of him. Trey Shuttlesworth, now we see him, and I jinxed him. He's up and over on the backstretch.
Trey Shuttlesworth in trouble there. No front wing there. As that commentator's curse just got to you, Kelan.
Yeah, I feel like I should just stop talking because I just jinxed Shuttlesworth. I talked about how much he was making up ground right there on the bottom. Now in the next few seconds he doesn't have a front wing, as we'll get a look at the replay.
Yeah, we were focusing in on our race leader, Cody Meadows, when all of that went down, as we located the wreck here and bring it back to you guys. But here we see Shuttlesworth, the black and white car there on the bottom, just making work of it, 3 wide, and just kind of Coffey maybe coasted down the track into him, and also Shuttlesworth coming up at the same time.
Yeah, Coffey came down. Looks like Shuttlesworth was just naturally working his way up the track, and it's hard to really put blame there. It looks like a classic racing incident there. Unfortunately for Shuttlesworth, it'll take him out of contention for the win tonight. More than likely, unless they somehow got a new front wing on there. I don't know about it, but Cody Meadows back in what looks like Season 1 form as he's leading. Oh, well,
Cody Meadows back up front here.
I believe, hang on, I'm gonna do some.
Kelan does some research. I'll take it over as we see Cody Meadows out front. The big unit to his outside, as Andrew May is currently our Florida Nationals points leader here in our final night. As we just about reach halfway, they begin to line up side by side.
And I got an answer to your question, Shane, that we asked earlier. There is unlimited faster pairs. So that must have been a mess up when the session was created. And yeah, hopefully that won't happen again, because that's probably why Ryland Pearson is flying to the front.
I mean,
and Shuttlesworth, Williams, all of them.
Who knows? Maybe he still doesn't quit, but
wow, interesting. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it here on the broadcast, them throw a brand new wing, I believe, on Shuttlesworth's car as they take the green flag here, but wow, did not see that at all. As we'll have to definitely note that on the broadcast here tonight. But Cody Meadows coming out of turn 2 leads them. The big unit right behind him. This is the most pressure that Meadows has seen all night long since his battle with Pearson.
Andrew May trying to search for his first win in this series. He's been consistently good throughout the Florida Nationals events this season, but he's trying to make his way to the outside of Cody Meadows, or inside, whichever one works for him, as McGurk holds down the 3rd position. May closing the gap in a little bit. Meadows working the very top of the cushion, the most you can get, as we are under 10 to go here from USA.
Yeah. Cody Meadows, dominant car so far. We see that brand new orange and black AOD racing machine. He said he's basically got a brand new paint for every race, as we see him actually kind of out of the groove there, but he's still got enough time back to May as we go on board with Meadows here. But wow, Kelan, just a lot of action so far.
And Meadows in control so far. And we talk about how much of a track position racetrack this is, and even if there is unlimited faster pairs, that's what I was trying to hint at earlier. The track position racetrack here, it's so wide. You spend so much time on the throttle that a new race car really doesn't even matter here. It gets to that point where track position is just so dominant that I think Cody Meadows is experiencing that now.
Yeah, all Cody Meadows so far. Obviously not the cleanest race we have liked so far as we reach the 6 to go mark. He's got some pressure out from behind Andrew May trying to get it done. But McGurk having a great run here tonight, sits in the 3rd position. Awesome to see Sky with a great run here tonight, Keith.
Yeah, he really struggled in night number 3, made it up to the feature and got taken out in an incident there. But now he is working his way possibly to the 2nd position, but got caught up in a slick right there when May got sideways. Sky probably slammed the gas trying to get to his inside. Couldn't get the spot, but he will continue trying to work on Andrew May, the rookie, who currently unofficially holds the Florida Nationals Championship in his grasp right now as they come to 3.5 laps to go.
On board with Cody Meadows. See if Andrew May can make up any time there as you see him right up against that wall. And the cushion actually tapped the wall a little bit there on exit, but should not hurt him at all. Has 3 laps to go, like you mentioned, Kelan. Cody Meadows in control here tonight.
Cody Meadows took the lead off of the slide job to Rylan Pearson on lap number 8 and has since been in complete dominant fashion. 2 laps to go for him. As Pearson slides up there to 4th, he's making up ground as Cody Meadows rips the bottom through 1 and 2. Unofficially, he has 7 career Quicktime Sprint Car Series wins that were recorded on the Instagram page last season. You can check that out at Quicktime Sprints as he takes the 1 lap to go mark. So it's not a completely 100% accurate number, but that just goes to show you the dominance he had in Season 1, picking up 7 wins as he goes down the backstretch for the final time. Cody Meadows going to work it into 3 and 4. He won here last season, and he's going to win here again. The 8th win on record for Cody Meadows. He picks up a win at USA International Speedway. Andrew May brings it home in 2nd. Pearson slides into the top 3 as Andrew May finishes in 2nd. Cody Meadows picks up the win tonight from USA International Speedway, as it will be another to add to his trophy case.
Yeah, first win of the season. I know it's hard to believe after those first 2 races that he struggled in, but night number 3 he turned his luck around, finishing 2nd. Wasn't the most happy driver after that win, but he said he'd definitely take it, as I know he'll be satisfied tonight with the big win here at USA. Maybe the king of USA. 2 for 2, Cody Meadows so far in the AMB Outdoor Sprint Car Series at USA International Speedway.
Cody Meadows, the king of USA. I like it, Shane. I like it. He has certainly now as this will be his 2nd USA trophy to add to his already stacked trophy case. The Season 1 champion will get back in his winning ways tonight, as we'll try to get a word with him very soon. But
yeah,
as we will run through our finishing results of the night. Cody Meadows picks up the win, 1st of the year. Andrew May 2nd. Rylan Pearson brings it home 3rd with a good recovery action. Jay Mulder, the Dirtman Photography hard charger, went from 15th to finish in 4th. Sky McGurk finishes in 5th.
Yep, Cole Williams finishing 6th after starting 1st in his heat. Drops back a little bit. Trey Shuttlesworth 7th. Caleb Nickel 8th. Jaden Kraus 9th. And Colton Coe, number 28 machine, will round out your top 10.
And rounding out the field, Mason Coffey finishes 11th. Aiden Kirker in 12th. 13th for Jackson Gray. Liam Garrison 14th. Cameron Smith 15th. And Anthony Woodhull finishes in 16th.
As we'll look to pull in our race winner here momentarily, Cody Meadows. As Kelan, you'll grab a word with him.
Yes, sir, we will.
Get his thoughts.
Cody Meadows, you got us.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's your 1st win of the season tonight at USA International Speedway. Shane Cody, the king of USA. You picked up a win here last year. After you picked up the win from Rylan Pearson, what did it really take to keep that car out front?
Well, I mean, I just ran the same line that I ran in the practice race. I feel bad for the 99. I threw it in there. From my perspective, I was clear, but car said otherwise. But yeah, at the end there, I started running the bottom like I did last season. I've seen the opportunity to get that line going. I seen the 31 coming in hot, so I was like, I got to change up something real quick to make sure I can hold it off, and it seemed to work.
Well, you certainly put on a show tonight, Cody. So, you got anybody you want to thank for putting on this win tonight?
AOD Racing, man, for sure. They come out, they helped me get my confidence back. I had that rough start. Had a few guys there give me a little pep talk. Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, Dirtman Photography, A&B Outdoors, XO Consulting, and you guys for broadcasting. It's just good to be a part with these guys coming out every night. It's just amazing.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Cody, and we hope to see you get some more throughout the season.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
And now Shane will get a word with our second place finisher, Andrew May.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? No, I don't think so. He moved down. Well, we were running the same line for almost a whole race, and I was just kind of moving around. I almost put it in the wall a couple times, and then he moved down to the bottom, and he got a run. Yeah, I think there was like 2 to go off the bottom, and I was just like, "There's no way I can catch him now." But I mean, I got to finish the race, which I'm happy about. Um, well, I like this because Dirt Heathen sponsor this, so the whole idea was just to run it, have fun, see what we can do, just get a little bit more experience running, a different setup, I guess, since this is fixed. And you know, well, now we're at the top, I guess, at the top of the points there because Kirker got wiped out and the 41 didn't make it. So, I mean, right now it's to win championship. If we can do it, I want to do it.
All right, man. Finish up here. Any sponsors or family, friends that you'd like to thank for tonight's effort?
Yeah, I want to thank Dirt Heathen for putting this, Florida Nationals together. He's been a pretty good guy to me. He reached out to me, and we've been having a good conversation. A&B Outdoors for putting us on. Dirtman Photography, Dirt Track USA, XO Consulting. And you guys for putting us on. I want to thank Battery Boys and TW Vance Trucking, and I want to give a shout out to Jay Easter.
All right, man. Great talking to you. Congrats again here tonight as you are an unofficial Florida Nationals winner. So congrats to you, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
As that was Andrew May.
That was Andrew May, the big unit, as we will now get a word with our third place finisher, Rylan Pearson. Rylan, you got us.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Well, you won Quicktime and you won your heat, but you just didn't have the luck in the feature that you needed after making contact with Cody Meadows. Sent you back, and you really drove your way up through the field. Through then, what did you need more laps, or what did you need to get up there and compete with those top two at the end?
I just want to give a big shout out to Jay running the inside. He almost had me completely, caught me off guard. But to get up to Andrew, I think 2 more laps of running the high. I was hitting the high side better than he was. I was gaining maybe a 10th a lap, but Cody was on rails. I don't think I'd have been able to from where I was.
Well, you certainly drove your way through the field in that position, but you were fast in Quicktime. You got the Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award. You were fast in your heat. Were you just better in those certain track conditions, and when the track slickened up, you couldn't really get more done, or what was the situation?
No, when the track slickened up, I was a lot better because in that first few laps of the feature, it was just straight tacky, and I couldn't find the line. I'm not very quick on tacky sets when the fuel is that much. My back end just kept slinging out, and Cody runs his wing at 0, so it was hard for me to keep up with him with a negative.
Well, you did put on a great show tonight, pulling yourself through the field, and we thank you for joining us tonight. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank my family for watching. They've watched a lot of my races. I want to thank HRI, my team, and I just want to thank Fritch and Liam for being there as well, spotting me through that race. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you more in the future.
Yep, thank you.
That was Rylan Pearson, our third place finisher tonight. Shane, do you want to get a word with our hard charger, Jay Mulder?
Yeah, let's bring him in, Kelan.
Bringing Jay Mulder in. Shane, take it away.
Jay Mulder, you got us up in the booth.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, first time talking to this season as we see you there in the brand new Circle B diecast paint. You brought it home 5th, and you are our Dirt Man Photography Hard Charger Award. Congratulations on that. But we'll start off with your race. We didn't really see you up front as we were kind of looking for the battles, but looks like you had a fairly simple night. But take me through your race.
Yeah, well, I think first lap it was they had that huge wreck up on the outside, and I just wrapped the bottom through 1 and 2. They had that huge wreck, and that's basically what got me the award tonight, because I passed about half the field in that first wreck, which very thankful not to be involved in that. But yeah, wrapped the bottom, and then from there just tried to keep it clean and pass people when I could. Made the bottom work late in the race to battle with I think Rylan it was in the final lap, and unfortunately brought home 4th just behind him. But it's a good battle, good race.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked our second place finisher, Andrew May, but we're pretty early on in the season here. Is there one event or just something in general that you're really looking forward to in the AMB Outdoor Sprint Car Series Season 2?
Not in particular. I mean, honestly, I'm just coming out every week and just trying to do the best I can. I mean, I'm pretty new to this whole sprint car stuff, so just trying to learn as I go and get better every week.
All right, man. Finish up here. Is there any sponsors or family, friends that you'd like to thank here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Circle B Diecast, of course, Dunk Pools, Fry Designs, and the NASCAR Hotspot for coming on board in all my races. So thanks to all of them, and thanks to my mom and dad.
All right, Jay.
And that's
Oh,
everyone.
go ahead. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's everyone. You're good.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you tonight, and hopefully we can talk to you more in the future. Congratulations on your Hard Charger Award again, and hopefully see you soon up here in the broadcast booth.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, too. As that was your 4th place finisher and Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award winner, 151, Exo Consulting Rookie of the Year, Jay Mulder.
And that was Jay Mulder, our hard charger tonight, as we complete a night of racing here at the USA International Speedway. Andrew May, our unofficial champion of the Florida Nationals tonight, and you can check out the Instagram at Quicktime Sprints tonight for the official ruling on that. But we are 99% sure he won it. He was very consistent in the Nance this entire last couple weeks, Shane. So what do you have your eyes on as we go to the Midwest Nationals?
I mean, only one race next season, or next week, excuse me. So that should be pretty fun. Fairly simple week for the drivers at Lanier. But then we go to Eldora and Kokomo, so that should be fun. Eldora is a pretty dominant, obviously, dirt track, so I feel like we should see a fairly big field there. As we obviously like to thank you guys all at home for tonight's support and of the event here tonight.
Yes, sir. That was a interesting race tonight, as we will head into Lanier Speedway on Monday night. Be sure to join us for that on the same place, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Quicktime Sprint Car Series channel. Take us away, Shane.
Yeah, definitely. Like I always do, like to thank the sponsors of the series. as we actually, speaking of the series, welcome in JJ Hill, league owner.
Hey guys,
Hey JJ, how's it going?
pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fairly good, thank you. Obviously, fun event tonight. Hopefully, next week will be a little bit better, but what's the haps?
Not much, guys. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight and supporting the series. So happy that we get all the love and support from everybody out there. We do the very best we can to put on a great show. With that, we want to close the Florida Nationals, presented by Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel. With this, we thank everybody for watching. For Shane DiMantova, Kelan Belsha, I'm the league owner, JJ Hill. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Have a great night.
Yep, thank you everybody and take care.